So I get a bunch of comments, DMs, and emails from you guys asking how to make sure you're getting a good deal on eBay. And there's a lot of different ways that I could do this, and I try to answer as many people as I can. But one idea that I had to give you guys an idea of how you can effectively shop on eBay without getting scammed is a little challenge. So I'm gonna give myself 10 minutes and $400, and in that short amount of time, I'm going to try to find the best deal on a MacBook that I can find. And in that short amount of time, I'm gonna try to find the best deal that I can on a quality used MacBook. So get subscribed, leave a like down below, and let's get started. Today's video is sponsored by Lytmi and their new flagship Fantasy Plus media lighting kit. Fantasy Plus includes a surround view TV backlight, light bars, and a light strip for illuminating your space or TV stand. With Fantasy, Fantasy Plus, or Fantasy Essential, you can easily turn your living room into a high-end home theater setup. The TV backlight comes complete with Lytmi's HDMI sync box that color matches your content, extending your images beyond the borders of the screen. Plus, the light bars give your room an ambient glow, and with the light strip, you can illuminate within the TV stand for this cool underglow effect. Plus, through the Lytmi app, you can adjust brightness and colors, as well as set the sensitivity for your TV backlight to suit your taste. Lytmi products can be controlled through Alexa and Google Home voice assistants, and you can also set up Siri shortcuts to make things nice and easy. It doesn't take long to get set up and turn your living room into an immersive and relaxing home theater setup. So check out Lytmi at the link in the description below and use my exclusive coupon for 10% off. And now let's get back to the video. Okay, so let's find out exactly how hard it is to buy a MacBook on eBay without getting scammed. And we're gonna jump in with 10 minutes right now. Okay, so the first thing that I wanna try to do is see if I can afford an M1 MacBook Air. For $400, that is definitely a bit of a stretch, but we're gonna see if there's literally anything on this list. So straight away, I'm seeing parts listings, I'm seeing iCloud locked, I'm seeing lots of cracked screens. Okay, I don't know that this is necessarily gonna be feasible, so let's pivot. I'm still gonna be ambitious though, and we're gonna do MacBook Pro, and what we're gonna do here is use our filters to narrow down the options. Okay, so I've now filtered for Core i9 and Core i7 9th generation processors. That should give me 2019 MacBook Pros. So what am I seeing? Well, not a whole lot. Now, that's what I would expect. I used the first minute and 20 seconds here trying to see if there's anything just like really good, really cheap right off the top. And we can even give this another go by just looking up MacBook Pro 16 and sorting by price lowest first and just see if anything stands out to me. I'm not really seeing, I mean, none of these are actually 16-inch MacBook Pros, but I guess this does give us somewhere to start. There's a boatload of these 15-inch MacBook Pro with Retina displays. Now this is a bulk listing, so these images aren't necessarily the one that we're receiving, but this one, I think they're choosing to be representative, and you can see we have display delamination, a fair bit of wear around the charger port, and yeah, not overall fantastic condition. So I think that we can do a little bit better than this for $400. Now, realistically, what we're looking at this price point is probably going to be a mid-2015 15-inch MacBook Pro. So let's go ahead and put in here Intel Core i7 4th gen. We're gonna apply. We have our budget still at $400, and quite a few things are going to start jumping out here. Now, not all of these are going to be 2015s. You can see there's 2013s in here, there's 2014s. They all use 4th gen Core i7. So let's go ahead and narrow that down one more time with the GPU, and we're gonna select the Radeon R9 M370X. Okay, so pretty quickly, I have found us a couple of options here. Here's another bulk listing, and this one, I mean, the bulk listings are tough because I guess you can expect to see some delamination like this, but you don't really know what your exact one is going to look like. Here's another bulk listing, also listing fair, so they have heavy wear such as scratches, dents, or screen delamination. Not necessarily disqualifying, but if we can afford it, we can try to avoid it. Here's one where we can at least see the machine that we're getting. We do have the 2.5 gigahertz i7, 16 gigabytes of RAM, which was standard, the dedicated graphics card, and half a terabyte of storage. Battery cycles are at 242, that's not bad. Things here look pretty okay. So yeah, this is a pretty good contender here. $340 with $17 in shipping. Even after tax, I think this is gonna come out under budget. So what we've done here, I've got 4 minutes and 20 seconds left. I found a good contender. Now what I need to do is see if I can beat that. Is there anything else here that's better? And by anything else, realistically, I mean Apple Silicon. So just as a long shot, let's get MacBook Pro out of there. We're just gonna do all MacBooks. We're gonna do everything with an M1 series chip under $400. In fact, to speed that up a little bit, let's just do a condition new open box certified excellent, very good, good, or used. Everything except for parts are not working. That one's iCloud locked. That one has a cracked screen. People really are mislabeling these, but eventually there's gotta be an actual M1. Is this it? Is that the one? For $450, a very, very dirty, this isn't even M1. That doesn't have the right function key. Okay, there's the timer. The time is up and we have found ourselves a MacBook. Now, the time is not quite here yet where we can get something with Apple Silicon for $400. So I'm okay with going with this. I do want to see though, what is the actual cheapest M1 MacBook that I can find? And here it is. It's actually from a seller that I've bought from before. I sell iMacs Parts Store, and it's $550. So that is pretty significantly over budget here. It also has a very big gash in the display. Looks like a scratch, not a crack, but still very large. And around the back of the device, it's definitely got some scuffs and some damage. So for the purposes of our $400 project here, I think this is too expensive to be a really viable alternative. Plus with that damage, I wouldn't exactly expect you to have an easy time reselling this MacBook. So I think our decision here to go with the 2015 for $340 plus $17 shipping, I think that's a pretty good deal. So I'm gonna go ahead and buy this laptop, and when it arrives, we'll go through it. Right, it's now been a couple of days and we've got ourselves a MacBook. So with just 10 minutes to find this, now what I need to do is make sure that I bought a good one. Right, there it is. So straight away, no charger. Didn't actually look for that. And there we go. Okay, so we'll do a little bit of an inspection around the outside. We do have a slight dent here on the top case and the display. The ports look good. The front edges look good. You know, that's pretty much the only damage that I'm seeing on this entire laptop. It could definitely use a little bit of a clean, and that's something that I would recommend doing right out of the box on any MacBook. Just give it a nice clean. You never know whether it's been cleaned or by whom it's been cleaned. I always like to give them a good cleaning myself. There's a little bit of sticker residue over here, but that just comes right off. Flip it over here. Another bit of sticker residue over in this corner here, which almost makes me wonder if this might have been a work laptop of some capacity. Okay, let's open it up and see what we got on the inside. All right, so we got some information, 242 battery cycles. We've got the processor, RAM, storage, and OS info. Let's go ahead and turn that on. Now, as you would expect in here, pretty dirty and dusty. The reason that this often happens is if you clean your MacBook, put it in a box and then ship it, when it's being shipped and it's jostling around and it's turning over, all the dust and grime that has been in your keyboard that you didn't know about, it all belches out and gets all over the screen. So that's what we're looking at here. There we go. Let's go ahead and give the inside a bit of a clean here too. Okay, that looks really good. Wow, I'm surprised. This is in extremely good condition here. In fact, on the listing, I swear it mentioned something about minor screen delamination, but I don't really see any. So I guess we got really lucky. Or maybe it's just pretty easy to not get scammed on eBay. So everything looks pretty good from face value on this MacBook, but one thing that I think is a must-have first download on a used Mac is a battery health app. This one is called Battery Health 2, imaginatively enough, and it shows us that our battery's at 89% health. So you can see our original max of 8755 milliamp hours is down to 7808. That's basically what you would expect. We can see down here in the battery details, our 243 cycles have happened over almost exactly 7 years, November 9th, 2015. Now, that date pretty much confirms that this is the original battery, so it has not been replaced. Now, 243 cycles, 89% health on a 7-year-old device, that is honestly perfectly fine. I would not be concerned about this at all. What you would be concerned about is if you see cycles in the 500s and the battery health below 80 or maybe 75%. I'm very satisfied. This is a great laptop, and I think we paid a pretty good price for it. So I'm curious to know what you guys think of this deal. Would you be satisfied with this MacBook for this price? Now, I think I'm gonna make this video into a 2-part series because here we kind of focused on how to go through the buying process, a 10-minute time window, a $400 budget, and making sure that we got a good deal. But in the next video, I think we should talk about what you should do when you get a MacBook. SSD upgrades, repasting the CPU and seeing what difference that makes. Maybe cleaning out the inside, stuff like that. Let me know if you would like to see that second part in the comments below. As usual, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.